So you're off for this video. So you guys are freaking out. This is a live feeding video. These guys just started eating live. They will eat frozen, but a treat every once in a great while. We throw a couple of these guys in for them. Like the hunt. It's nice to see them every now and then. Most of the time, sometimes just chill. You can really hardly see them, but then there's actually 4 nice red-bellied piranhas in there. I'm just gonna let it go for a little bit. Check out this video. Like I said, live feeding. They do hunt tactically. And as a pack. This might be a longer video. I'm just gonna let it go, guys. Enjoy. I'm going for reinforcements back there. Fed them yesterday, a few of them. So don't feed them every day. It's not good. 2 for 2 videos for fails. I will catch this one day and make a nice video of it. It's neat, very efficient, very team-oriented, and they use tactics to go for the back fins, the anal fins, and then once the animal can't swim that fast away, then they all grab it and grab a trunk and it works out. And only 2 of them seem to be awake, so everybody else is sleeping with full bellies. But there's 4 of them in there. Those are actually the 2 of the smaller ones. They're going to hang out here until they get a little bigger. Move up to the bigger predator tank once catfishes catch up to the gar, which I don't know. It's like a race between them. Catfish and gar are being crazy. But honestly, these guys were dime size when we got them. January, maybe February, the latest. Give them a few minutes. There's 3 of them. Sometimes when they get out in the pack, they start competition, you know what I mean? But the way they're acting today, they're not hunting, I don't think. Like the lions laying out in the field and see the deer and walk right by them and they're like, no, not today, just feasted last night. So we're letting them live. Chico was our first test to see if they would eat live. We did just a baby of some other fish we had around here. I have a video with Chico in it, I believe, at the beginning, but he's just a baby molly that we had stuck in. He actually got in to the holding tank. We had them in a net, separating from the mollies for a few days, waiting for the tank to cycle. And baby Molly got in with them, and he hung out with them for 2 months, and 2 weeks ago, maybe, he came up missing. And that's when we started. I threw a couple rosies in, and they started munching on them, and I'm like, yep, that's where Chico went. So Chico was a badass. He made it a long time with them. He would swim with them, hang out with them. He was not scared. I really didn't see them eating him, but pretty sure they did. But yeah, they're just hanging out, guys. They're not in hunt mode. They're not hungry. They have plenty to eat over there. Just tried to sneak in a video of something cool, but the red bellies are fun. They grow fast, super fast. Starting to get the red on their fins and on the front of their chest there now. Took a long time. I'd say 2 they went from nothing to what the spots and the dots in 2.5, 3 weeks. Started seeing a little bit on their back fin show up. Seemed like a week later it was already on the front. They're going to be beautiful. Actually speckled when you see them up close. They turn, they've got things, but these are red bellies. Got these from a guy who specializes in them. It's been fun. I enjoy doing it. Like I said, we fed them. This is some of the first few lives we've tried. And they've done well. Looking forward to moving them up to different stuff, and it's nice that you're a part of the pack with them. It's crazy. Definitely are. They notice you. They go when you're there. You're there to feed. They're starting to get it. They're shy still a little bit. no problem. I put one Goldie in to try it. I'm sorry, not they don't go to their comments, but one comment in to try it, and they did really well. And one guy actually ate it whole, so we got a little bit bigger one so everybody could get a bite. And they did that. And like I said, we fed a couple. I fed 2 or 3 yesterday, and they ate. And I thought maybe they would eat again today, but normally I feed, give a day off, and then feed. Seems to work well with all my predator fish. I give them a day to digest because they're all greedy predators for sure. Right now, these guys got big guts. I didn't really see them. So you put a couple of them in, and they like to come out. I don't like to scare them out or move stuff around and make them come out. We've got a cool relationship. They don't mind if I sit down and hang out with them. They're rocking it. There are already 4 horsemen. That's what my wife is naming. I like it. They're going to be badasses. Alright guys, well this isn't working out, so I'm going to try to do another video of some other stuff. I'm going to post something tonight. See how it goes, but this will be, still going to post this one I believe, even though it's a fail. Like if one kind of acts like he's interested, the rest will jump in on it, but Big Boy's full, and he's usually the initiator. I'm not sure. I should do a little more research. I'm not sure if they have alphas, leaders of the pack. I mean, to me, it seems like a Big Boy is, but when it's feeding time, everybody jumps in. Anyway, I'll walk away. I'm gonna let this video go for about 5 more minutes without commentary. At least you guys are getting to enjoy the fish. They're out, they're about, checking it out. I still feed them flake. They use a little bit of cichlid pellet now and then. I catch wild creek chub and shiners, and I'll dice up little pieces of that and throw it in. I like that a lot. So this alive we're just getting into. Not a huge fan of it, but let's be real, we got piranhas. I mean, that's kind of why we got them. And it's savage, it is. It's rough to watch sometimes. So we use it as a treat for the fish. Like, even Garth, our big alligator Garth, he will eat frozen all the time, but I throw some comments in just for him to chase around, a little enrichment, and he loves them. He grew up on a lot of these guys, so he likes them as a treat, but he's got such a big tank now, he has trouble catching them, so they stay in there for a while. And everybody who's ever gotten comments before knows, for the pet stores, they're best to be eaten quickly, because they're just not hardy fish. Come in with all kinds of messed up stuff. I never put the water from the fish stores in. Always I have a quarantine tank behind here that they go into, and they stay in there for about a week. I just make sure they ain't got ick, and that's pretty much the easy one to spot. Worms, all fish have worms. Just treat for it maybe once a year, and you can do it more. But I don't see the point. Everything you feed, she's going to give them worms again. So just treat and make sure you keep it under control. Hydroquinone works good if you can get it to dissolve in the water. Pantyhose has been the trick. Take the treatment for the proper tank. Put it inside some pantyhose and roll it between your fingers while moving it through the water. Looks pretty good. A lot of people add it to the food they're feeding them. Just hope they get a bite of it and stuff like that. I prefer treating the water the way I know. Never, from my knowledge, had anything die from worms, but let me go grab it. I'll show you what I use. It's from Koi Farm Wholesales. See if I can sneak this in. Probably close. For ornamental fish, usually used only, not for human consumption. It's crazy you have to put that stuff on things, right? Like, something happened somewhere down the road, and they're like, alright, now we gotta add a freaking label. You know, it's not good in reef tanks, and it's not good if there are invertebrates, which there are none. Tank stays pretty clean. This tank has been one of our older tanks. It is heated. I got a heater in this one that just rocks. It stays. You know what? I got the digital thing. Let's go see what the temperature is now. I bet it's 80 or above. Battery on that one. So thankfully, I got the old school style stickers with it. But it's probably not even that warm. I'm gonna say 78. It's about what everything else rocks in here. This one's between 78 and 80. My Oscars, I actually got 3 new Oscars today from the pet store. They were in a tank with a bunch of African cichlids, and they were actually bigger than the cichlids, but the cichlids kept picking on them, and the fins are tore up and stuff, and they gave them to me half price if I would just take them today. So for 15 bucks, I got 3 sweet Oscars. Already got one. Once these guys are, the big guys are out of the big 75, they're going to move to it. They're in a little 10 right now. It's all planted up. But they're only 2.5 inches at that. Show you guys in a minute. I don't know if you're enjoying the red tails or not. So let's move on. We'll show you the ones. Everybody just got fed some brine shrimp. I may go grab a little more just to get them all fired up. Like everybody's fish room, I got hoses. And let's cover it some. Yeah, there's something there. Let's see. I gotta get some brush. Let's do some foot. I like the foot. Flush flake. If anybody has a good place to get flake cheap, Amazon has it on sale. Sometimes I'll grab it for every once in a while. But these are all baby mollies that we have grown. Our adult mollies, luckily I've been pulling them out and put them in other tanks, but they are started with a bunch and we're down to 2. I had a tank crash with them in it, but I had been pulling the babies out. All the babies seem to be doing great. They don't look like a bunch of them, but I bet there's 25 in here. Give them a little bit of flake and see if they come up. Here they go. I've got the collars I want and some cool stuff. We're gonna grow these out. I may get a male that I like later down the road to breed to some select females, but I've got the half and half black and silver ones that are what I was trying to do. And then all the calicos, I've got a tri-colored Dalmatian boy who's beautiful. Then I've got a dual-colored Dalmatian that's opposite. I'm used to breeding snakes and rats and stuff like that. I don't know the genetics as well on fish, but from what I've seen, the males throw their colors and stuff, so my next goal is to have a quad-collared calico. Take the 3-gene boy, mix him with the 2-gene girl, throw some cool stuff. Somebody might have already done it. There might be a name for it. I don't know. At my fish stores, I haven't seen it. I stay up on Dan's Fish, TG Aquatics. Predatory Fins is where all of my predators came from, minus the red bellies. But there's a mess of those guys in there. I'm going to move it over here to the big predatory tank. They've got a few in here. Sorry for the... One slide, slide, don't slide. Don't slide. There and there, I'm gonna... He had a decent belly. That's the red tail that we got. He was a little 2.5 inches probably. And got him in February. So March, April, 2 months. He's almost doubled. Our Phantom Red Tail from Predatory Fins came in at 3.5, 4 inches. I bet you she's pushing every bit of 8, if not 9 inches. She comes all the way back to here. Her head's sticking out a good 1.5, 2 inches, 4 inches, 6 inches, 8, yeah, 8.5, 9 inches probably. And we got her a week before we got the other red tail. She's just out there. You see, there's also a clown knife fish that we got from a pet store we went to. Aquarium Adventures, Columbus, great store, love it. Fish are always really healthy, but these guys would bring back that people have mistreated. They were super thin, they're aggressive, and I said, well, they're not going to be too aggressive to my catfish. There's a bully in here too. He's over here, I can see. My wife saved him. There was one yellow belly catfish at the bait store that we stopped in at, and he was the only one left, and they were selling them for catfish bait for other catfish, and so she, being kind soul that she is, picked him up, brought him home, and he's been a little bit more aggressive to the other guys, but they're holding their own. Nobody's really taking on anybody. Everybody's got their own spot. Feeding time, they get a little frisky. keep calling them goldfish. They're taller. They are common. I don't hate commons. Matter of fact, in the koi pond out in the other chain, they were going to throw, the guy was going to take them to feed off. They are huge. They were like 6 inches long. And they were like members there, so it only cost us $1 a piece to get 6-inch long commons. Took 4 of them, and I think they're old as crap because 2 of them died like immediately within 2 days. Tank parameters, turtles, fish doing fine in the same exact tank. Don't know what was up, but I got 2 in there that are kicking, and they're huge. So when we go to pet stores and we see rough stuff, Dayton, Ohio's got some rough tanks or stores. See 20-pound shovelhead catfish stuffed in 40-gallon tubs. They're not even tanks, they got them in like water tubs underneath there and stuff like that. With run out of space if it's temporary, but I've been a few times and it's the same fish and the same stuff, and I'm like offering them less money for it. They're like, nah. I'm like, the fish has been sitting here for 2 months, and it's just part of the industry. Unfortunately, you're gonna run across great people and you're gonna run across rough people. Doesn't mean I haven't found some amazing fish at those rough stores, and the people we always try to save at least one rough guy. Somebody's getting beaten up in a tank of parrots or peacock bass. I'll have some random fish in there and I'm like, why? Kind of like the Oscars today. Can you see the Oscars? I want to catch one feeding this. I keep getting off course. Let's see what we can do. Let's see if we're able to find it. We'll just populate the tank. Still hungry. Oh man. I realize I blocked the whole view. Sorry guys. Try it there and I'll do another one. Mr. Miyagi catch one of the Caesars. Clown Knifefish is still shy. I try to feed him one every now and then. That's success. He's actually eaten one